know this stuff, chances are you've got this vibrant golden powder sitting in your spice rack right now. It's turmeric, of course, a staple in curries all over the world. But there's a much deeper story here, one that stretches back thousands of years, weaving together ancient medicine, rich cultural traditions, and some really fascinating modern science. So, let's get into it.
So what is the big deal with this humble little root? Why have people for literally...
Welcome to the deep dive. We take a whole bunch of sources, pull out the key info, and hopefully get you up to speed fast. Today, we're jumping into an ingredient that's, well, way more than just a pretty color in your food. We're talking about turmeric. People often call it the golden root. It's been shaping cultures, medicine for thousands of years. Shows up everywhere, ancient rituals, even modern lattes. So our mission today, really get into its history, how it's used, and some pretty surprising science that backs up its ancient reputation. You know that really bright kind of yellow-orange color? That's the key. It comes from curcumin. Understanding that. That's just step one to seeing why people have valued this stuff for millennia. When you picture turmeric, that incredible, really distinct golden color probably pops into your head first, right? And that's exactly where its power, its story really begins, that vibrant color. It comes from curcumin. And that compound is why this root was held in such, well, high regard for so long. But it's not just the visual appeal. It's what that color meant in the ancient world.
Oh, absolutely. It's pretty remarkable how deeply embedded turmeric is in some really old healing systems. Take Ayurvedic medicine, for example. For thousands of years, turmeric's been a cornerstone there, one of the world's oldest holistic, whole body healing traditions. In Ayurveda, it wasn't just seen as a spice. It was considered a really potent way to balance the body's energies, the doshas.
Doshas, right. Vata, Pitta, Kapha, those ones.
Exactly. Those unique energies that sort of govern our physical and mental health. Turmeric was key to keeping them in balance.
So how did they actually use it back then? Was it just like thrown into food or more specific?
That's a great question. And yeah, it shows how versatile they found it to be. The application really depended on what they were treating. They used it for a huge range of things. Skin problems, digestive issues, joint pain, even respiratory conditions.
Oh, that's quite a list.
It really is. And the methods were very hands-on, often made into a paste, with water or oil, applied right on the skin. Or they'd ingest it, maybe as a tea, or just the fine powder. And these weren't just like random guesses or folklore. These were based on centuries of careful observation, watching how it worked, documenting it. It became this really profound medical knowledge.
Okay, so the medicinal side was obviously huge, foundational even. But its influence, that golden color, it went beyond just healing, didn't it? It seeped into daily life, into the culture itself. I mean, you see it used in religious ceremonies as a dye for clothes, even cosmetics.
Exactly. It wasn't just pretty. That color actively symbolized things like purity, prosperity in a lot of cultures.
And that deep cultural root, that significance, surely that helps to explain why it's still so common today. It sort of bridges that ancient reverence with, well, us now.
Spot on. That connection is undeniable.
Though for a lot of us, I think the first real meeting with turmeric isn't through history books. It's through taste, right?
Mm-hmm.
That unmistakable warmth, that slightly bitter, earthy flavor. It's just central to so many South Asian dishes. You can almost taste a classic curry now, can't you? That rich gold color, the complex smell. Turmeric is doing a lot of the heavy lifting there.
You're absolutely right. Culinarily speaking, turmeric is just essential across India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. It's woven into the fabric of their daily cooking. You find it in everything. Comforting lentil dishes like dal, vibrant vegetable curries, marinades for meat, giving that deep, earthy flavor.
And it plays well with others, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's often part of a blend.
Definitely. It's frequently paired with spices like cumin, coriander, and crucially, as we'll probably discuss later, black pepper. That's how you get those incredible layers of flavor. And its job isn't just making things yellow. It provides this foundational warmth, a kind of grounding depth that shapes the whole dish. It's often the base note everything else builds on.
Whether fresh or powdered, does that make a difference?
Yeah, both are used. Fresh, grated turmeric gives one kind of note, maybe a bit brighter. The powder is deeper, earthier. Both are staples.
Okay, so from ancient medicine to the heart of the kitchen, it's clear turmeric has always been highly valued. But let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about the why from a modern perspective. What is science actually finding out about this golden spice? Why is it so potent?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. Modern science is, in many ways, confirming what those Ayurvedic practitioners observed ages ago. And it really does come back to that main compound, curcumin.
Right, curcumin again.
Exactly. And perhaps its most studied benefit is its potent anti-inflammatory action. Now, we all know inflammation is natural, right? It's the body fighting injury or infection. It's protective.
Sure, like when you get a cut.
Precisely. But the problem is chronic low-grade inflammation. This is different. It's persistent, simmering away, and it's linked to some really serious diseases.
Things like heart disease, diabetes.
Yes, and even some cancers, neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's. This chronic inflammation is a major driver. And curcumin, it works by actually blocking some of the key molecules that trigger inflammation in the first place. It sort of dampens the fire at the source.
How does it do that? Like chemically?
It inhibits pathways like NFKB, which is a master switch controlling genes related to inflammation. By interfering there, it reduces the inflammatory response. That's why you often hear turmeric or curcumin supplements recommended for conditions like arthritis, which are driven by inflammation. It acts almost like some drugs, but naturally.
That's incredibly powerful, especially thinking about how common chronic inflammation is becoming. But there's a catch, isn't there, with curcumin? Our bodies don't just soak it all up easily.
You've hit on a really crucial point, bioavailability. Curcumin by itself isn't absorbed very well from our gut into our bloodstream.
So you can eat a ton of turmeric, but not get the full benefit.
Potentially, yes. Much of it might just pass through. So how do we fix that? How do we get more of it into our system? The elegant solution, and this is fascinating, is something traditional cooking figured out centuries ago: piperine.
Piperine. That's from black pepper, right?
Exactly, the active compound in black pepper. And adding just a little bit of black pepper alongside turmeric dramatically increases curcumin's bioavailability. We're talking increases of up to 2,000%.
2,000%. Just from adding pepper.
Astonishing, isn't it? Think about it. Long before labs, they knew instinctively, or through observation, to pair these two. Science just explained the mechanism much later. So the practical takeaway for you listening is really simple. When you cook with turmeric, make a golden latte, even take a supplement, make sure there's some black pepper in there too. They really are a perfect partnership, enhancing flavor and function, maximizing those benefits.
It's such a great story. Turmeric isn't just one thing, is it? It's a spice, yes, but also this ancient medicine, a cultural icon, and now something science is really digging into.
It truly is. It beautifully shows that link between ancient wisdom and modern scientific validation. It's a powerful reminder, I think, that some of the best remedies, the best flavors, they come straight from the earth, things we've known about for a long, long time.
So maybe the next time you look in your spice rack, pause for a second. Think about how many other simple ingredients might be sitting there holding these incredible layers of history, culture, and maybe even scientifically proven benefits, just waiting for us to take a closer look. What other ancient knowledge is out there waiting for science to catch up? And how does knowing this maybe change how you see those everyday jars and packets? Something to think about.